I mean, it could be a Jarvan angle.
He's laughing. It's Olaf.
Oh my god.
He's laughing his way to an Olaf pick here.
Well, I mean, it's a great tanky frontline here. We add the Olaf and the Malphite together. There is a ton of power in the front of your composition that can run at T1, get through the CC. You have really good hard engage on this Varus. Chovy try to force out his summoner, but he does have distortion.
Yep. Should have it, but see the amount of speed on the stacks as down he will go. Owner just picks it up, level 3 quick to the top side. Yeah, I'm sure he's not too happy about that either, as Peanut here is spotted on this one, as that will go the way of Peanut, who does smite it down, but already in a lot of trouble as he does not have Ghost, he does not have Flash, he does not.
This is set to Baron right now at the top right.
Yeah, okay. Just gonna force out a flash here as the engage on the bottom side is decent, but now Pace has to flash away himself. His owner comes in with an ultimate, forces out the cleanse. At the end of the day.
Almost looked like he wanted to give some of that local gold as Zeus is gonna get slowed.
Okay. Now he has to kind of go in. He has stolen Doran's ultimate, just goes back in once again as now he's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes, but was he baited into a rough position as down will go Peanut as well. Doran just has to flash.
The charge, so he's not going to get that turret. Doran no ult for just a few more seconds here. It's about to get it though. Zeus trying to bait him.
Is just... Okay, Ignite comes down. It was all a bait. Down Ignite to the end of it as he will tick out of this one and Cario will take the kill. Faker does not have Flash, and he is avoiding these axes very nicely, does hop away, but eventually he is going to go down. As Peanut will pick up the kill.
It matters very little about how much damage is done there compared to the mid turret, because that's the central point as a LeBlanc player that you need removed. As Doran is just like, oh man, I thought I was going to kill him. Then he ults through Ignite and dies. It's not what you want, and it's not what he was planning, but he was just caught a little bit off guard as Faker will pay for this, but he's baiting this so that they can guarantee that they get that bottom Drake, because we could have seen Chovy teleport to bottom turret and then come over and contest. Faker's just pushing all the way to the turret to make sure that the Sejuani. Speaking of,
Peanut is in the enemy jungle. Remember, he does not have Flash, so he might just go down, but he is standing his ground, actually. He's not scared of anything, as Faker's got a massive shield, probably the Hex Shrinker in there as well, as does take a bunch of damage, but you see that Genji are just being routed here. Delight as well going to be collateral damage on the back.
You know, you're just going to be more utility this time around, and that damage is massive against even the tanky supporters. They're going to look for a wraparound.
Yeah, Carry is in a lot of trouble here as he will flash and gets away. Meanwhile, the entire team is looking to dive him under the turret. They will be successful. This is 5 members of Gen G in the mid lane right now.
Okay, TP flank coming through.
Not sure about that. Chains of Corruption are down, so a lot of damage already into Peanut. They're essentially trying to count him out of the fight here. There's a lot of poke into Doran as well. Trying to corral them in as it is dodged by Guma. It just flashes away from the Malphite ultimate. Zeus gets in, dodges the engage, but he's alone and exhausted in the back line as Genji handle the flank perfectly. And they will get everybody out alive, just barely. Oh man. Jace on your team. And even the Silas is going to really benefit from that scaling as Zeus in a lot of trouble here. He does have Olaf ultimate, and he will eventually use it, you'd have to imagine, as there it is. But the damage might just be too much. He tries to go back in, but he just dies. So meanwhile, Guma does not have his flash. As in comes Keria. He's got Devour just in case.
Team fights too into a comp that has great disengage. Chovy.
Chovy? Gotta be careful about that when everybody on T1 is right there and ready.
Delights are looking.
This says okay. He's gonna get the flash out of Keria. So much poke damage comes in, but they don't have Silas. As here they go, Genji are just going super deep. Can they get on the backlines? The question is no. Guma stands his ground, but Keria will be the first person to go down. Doran, the second though, and a lot of low health bars here. As Zeus steals the Rakan ultimate, he's looking for it on the base, and he will get in that backline. And that is a couple of kills for Zeus. Make it 3 actually, as he picks up the triple, and that will be Mountain Soul for T1. Mountain Soul is going to help so much on this turn. Like, T1 do not have to take this Baron. They do have the smites. They do have the ability to go for it, but stolen Malphite ultimate is now they try to get in onto Chovy. Fantastic stopwatch timing. Will it matter, though, as they're trying to get into there, as Pino will be the last one, and Zeus has his own insane stopwatch timing, as he will survive, and Chovy is on the run.
Joseas has been making so many huge plays. Toby is in trouble.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption, that's the end of him, as so many ultimates get thrown straight into his face, as the last auto from Guma will do it, and that but the execution wasn't there. Once again, that's kind of been the theme for today. They needed to get the kill right off the bat, and they did, and now T1 are massively in the lead, and the damage is just being thrown out in spades. There's even Doran.
And he just doesn't have the items. He's sitting on Kraken Slayer Quick Blades here.
Yeah, it's really not enough for him, and see what he can do. Peanut just trying to draw the minions away, trying to keep them leashed. T1, that is. Because now he's in a bit of trouble. Zeus goes in, forces a Feather Storm, so now that's another ult gone.
Peanut still has his Core Drinker, but it's so hard for him to do anything.
Carrion tries to engage, and now Guma's his front line. He's just going to kill Jovi, basically. As Jovi barely gets away.
I mean, this is almost the end of the series here. If T1 could just continue to push, they have another wave coming through. They're going to back away. Not going to risk giving another lead here to Gen G.
Okay, pings onto the teleport. Should know about this. Guma has Flash and Ghost and everything. As now they definitely know. Maybe they didn't actually know. Doran's just ulting into the pit, trying to get this one going. And the rest of the team is just trying to get in there. They fight Guma, who is left alone in the pit. But the damage from Faker's too high. The Gordringer, though, on the side here is Pays desperate to try to live, but he will not. He gets hit by a huge shock blast from Faker. And now Jovi is only damage left here on the side of Gen G. They choose the wrong clone, actually. As Jovi's still on the run, and their base is in tatters, and it's being pushed in through the bottom lane.
Yep, they're just pinging it already. TP coming through. Well, a sad way to lose this series.
Well, it looks like Peanut might be taken out here by his fellow veteran Faker, or perhaps not, as T1 looks like this will be the end of it. As 3-1 will be the score. Very one-sided in the last 9 minutes of this game after one big team fight from the side of T1 as they take down the Nexus and they move on to their 4th LCK final in a row.
The first team in LCK history to go 4 back-to-back finals, and they pull it off here. Faker looks so happy, and I know we're going to get that thumbs up, right? I know we're going to get it. Everybody's relieved here. You can see Guma and Owner looking very stressed out, but...
Congratulations to there. I was going to be very disappointed if we didn't send this team, Wolf.
Yeah, me too, especially considering their dominance all season long was more dominant than what we saw last time. And you will, of course, skip the play-ins.
Task for anyone. I think Gen G did a very nice job. And this is the moment you were talking about. Let's see how they react. Yeah.
So much healing here for Peanut with the Gore Drinker, but it doesn't matter once Pays is down.
This is like a game 4 that sends them to LCK Finals and MSI, and Faker's calling for a Penta, never change. That is the LCK player way.
You can just tell this team is so happy playing together, and there's no stress. I mean, you know, Owner definitely having a huge sigh of relief in that winning moment. But Faker's all smiles.
Yeah, he's just having a great time.
They
start panicking a little bit there at the end. They're like, hit it, hit it, hit it.
Yep.
And